What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima,
This is not
not
another damn
another
podcast
damn podcast.
presented by our damn
Our
selves.
damn
What the hell is the episode? We took a week off. I don't even remember. Don't
I
even
think
remember. Yeah, 419.
four
Okay, yeah. Like
four
what's
19 is it, I think?
419? Yeah, so we real close to the 420. It would have been the 420, but yeah, we had to take a week off. So yeah, we back though. Yeah.
Yeah, because we've had some things going on and well, a minor milestone happened during that time frame. Look at Oz looking at in the faces.
Yeah.
I'm a year older now. Yay!
Okay. Naima celebrated a birthday couple what last week or something last weekend, almost two
On the
weeks. I don't
last
lost count.
Thursday.
A week and a half ago. I don't know. It's been a
Yeah,
little while.
last Thursday.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I'm in my Obama year, so you guys can figure that out.
Right.
I say like that Obama year.
Uh, yeah.
You tip it all, Bobo's wrapped in You can figure it out. No, but good times. Took a little bit of time off to like just reset myself. Had some family time. I've watched the Dog Man movie and the Minecraft movie. I watched both of those in my
Okay.
downtime with my family. So,
Okay.
you know, because we didn't make it to the show to see it because it was just like with the scheduling. And then once it gets past a point, you're like, it's going to be streaming like a month. Like, let's just catch it on the streaming service. And that's what
Okay.
we did. So,
Well, I
and we
definitely
watched the
didn't.
Minecraft movie with the sing-along one because they had two different versions that are streaming where you could watch the regular version and then they have the one where it's like interactive where it tells you when the songs and like the different stuff comes out in the movie. Because I was
It
wondering, when I was like, what's that
sound like
countdown? I was like, what's that? I was like,
sound,
three, two, one.
sound like pop up video to me. I don't know. Is that what it was?
Kind of like, yeah, it was like that. It was like a pop-up video for
Or VH1 pop up video.
pop-up video. Yeah. Where it has like the little interesting facts. Yeah. So it was like that where it had like, the countdown to like all the different music parts in the movie. Because I
Okay.
was like, oh, they're about to sing the whatever chicken, whatever song. And I was like, okay, I don't play Minecraft, so I don't know. I was like, okay.
Not a
And
Minecraft
she was like,
guy at all.
oh. He was like, oh, so and so, that's so and so, mommy. And I was like, I just watched it like, okay, like I know I knew Enderman. That's the only one I knew because Khalil has a stuffed Enderman, stuffed toy or whatever, but that's the only person I knew. Anything else, I'm like, but it was a cute movie for like family, so
Cool.
yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna be outside this summer, so definitely kick that off enjoying some
Yay.
summertime shy. Shout out to everybody. The 30th, yeah. So it was last Monday. Tyler the Creator, he was at the United Center. It's like I've never been to a Tyler the Creator show. Like I know a couple of his songs is like not really my genre, but I said I'm open. Let's try it out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was he definitely puts on a good show. Like yeah, like, he definitely
good.
like and then the songs I knew I sang along to like it's getting sticky, it's getting sticky. Like I knew a couple of the songs. Yeah, that's the current one that's out now and shit. So so Tyler the Creator
Okay.
show I was into and then we did what did I do after that? I hung out at the beach with the kids. We went
Yeah,
to
for the
a little
holiday, yeah.
lakefront. Yeah, we went to the
Because I
lakefront.
was like,
Yeah,
it was a perfect day. It was like just slightly over 80 degrees. I'm like, okay, by the lake. I'm like, all right,
around
let's go
80.
to the
Yeah,
beach and let's hang
yeah.
out. The kids had a great time. They did not want to get out the water. Like, oh, they were in the water for like over 3 hours. I'm like, okay, it's
Ariana
time
was
to
trying to show
go.
me. Ariana was trying to show me her little move that she knows. Like Uncle Lance, why? Like a little. She got a little go-to move she
Yeah, she
knows.
got
She was trying to show me her little. Yeah.
a little
Uncle Lance,
breaststroke she
watch.
got that she can do her little,
Khalil was throwing the football and it's like
he
yeah,
was throwing the football. He
yeah.
made a friend at the beach. Like they were tossing the football. Then they built like sand castles. They were trying to build sand castles
Yeah.
or dig holes or something.
Ari was
So,
digging holes definitely.
because Ari and Khalil, they made some friends and like they were like burying each other like up to the neck in the sand and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like kind of like creep,
So I let them
kind of
have
like
fun. I was like, yeah.
kind of like creep show, right? I can hold my
I'm gonna show the
gun
creep show.
for a
When they get older, I'm gonna show them
long
creep show.
time.
But they're a little young for creep show, but I'm gonna show them this, and they'll be like, "Mommy, this movie is older
We
than
were younger than them when we saw
they
creep
gonna be
show.
like, Mommy, this movie is older than you and Dad." That's what they're gonna say when they see the it's older than you and Dad.
We were younger than them when we saw that shit. It's like,
I was about 6, but I should not. It was the 80s. I
I think I was
mean,
like 8 when I saw that movie. I don't
I was
remember.
like 6 whenever I saw Creep Show. We should not have been watching that movie though. You can
Yeah,
admit that a lot of stuff that we did in the 80s, we did not be doing.
absolutely not.
We just not been doing it at all.
They still popping fireworks off out here, so I don't know if you hear it in
Yeah.
the background. Yeah.
They're popping outside my. I'm about to be like, the meme, the guy on the phone, the black guy. I'm about to be like that. Like, okay, July 4th is cool. After that, it's like, okay, it's like, come on, stop it. Holiday's over. Stop. Why are
Stop
we
it.
still popping
Get
shit?
some
Stop.
help, Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
I'm gonna do the meme, the telephone
Yeah.
with the guy calling the police.
And then Saturday was quite interesting for me because if you could see that
Hey,
media pass,
hey,
NASCAR street race.
hey,
Yeah, I was out there. Yeah,
hey.
getting it in. Threw my little pass on. I'm like, yeah, I'm official, baby. Let's go. Yeah. And yeah, I was enjoying the race. Not a box Chevy in sight. When they said they stuck box Chevys on it, like because some people
That
did get
was
on
so
some
like
people did get on the track after hours. That's what it was. And then that turned to, the story took on a life of its own. It's like, yeah,
turn to box
y'all done got
Chevys
box Chevys on the NASCAR track.
and bubble Impalas and box Chevys.
Boxes and bubbles. Yeah, it took on a whole life of its own and shit. But yeah, that well, yeah, so I was little, so I don't see any box Chevys. So yeah. But it was
Was
and
never
it
a
was
box
hot.
Chevy.
It was hot Saturday when I was out in that damn sky. It was definitely super
Yeah.
hot that day. So I probably got a little tan going on up here. Head got tan. So I was at the beach too. So yeah. So that was
You were
like
at the beach,
two
yeah.
days
And
of
then
sun right there. Yeah. So yeah.
I already got my tan. I'm looking.
Yeah. Got my little head tan up here. So yeah. And we only at the beginning of July and shit. Already getting it in. Yeah. Is the kid frozen? I think the kid is frozen. Well, hopefully you get unfrozen soon, kids. We ready to get into the deepness of Not Another Damn Podcast, episode 419. There she goes. Yeah, the kid is back now. He's frozen. He might still be frozen for them snowballs we had the other day at the beach. Maybe that's what it was. But
They were
yeah.
good though.
Is it good now? We still unstable? Are we good, kid? I think we good.
We're good.
Okay, yeah, I think we good. Well, enough of our summertime shy festivities. Let's get into the big news of the week. P. Diddy. Yeah, take that, take that. Guilty, not guilty. Well, so yes and a no. Yes and a no. Diddy was acquitted of the RICO charges. So the big charges that he was facing life in prison for, he
Mm-hmm.
got acquitted for those. So the sex trafficking, racketeering, like the RICO charges, yeah, they acquitted him of all of that. And I said that early on, like right around when Cassie was testifying. I was like, I said, if I'm on the jury, I acquit him. It's like I said that then. It's like
Mm-hmm.
he did get found guilty of the lesser charges, like the prostitution and all of that, and like because yeah, he flew people in. So now like this is a whole this changes the rules. You can't you make sure you're getting flued out and all of that shit.
Fluid
Coming
out.
into this shit, it's just
Getting fluid out leads to prostitution, I guess.
yeah.
Is
Getting
getting fluid out prostitution? Does that
I,
constitute as that?
I guess they set a standard for it with this case and shit. Yeah. So flued out is now apparently prostitution. Yeah. But they're saying the conviction, he could face up to 10 years.
I saw that. I was like,
I'm thinking 3 to 5. And what's crazy is some people are saying is like it could be 2 to 5, which with time served is like it'll really be like the end of New
I
Jack
want to know
City.
with time served though.
The
Yeah.
end of New
Ooh.
Jack City, it'd be like it really be like that. Diddy would be in for like a year if he gets 2 years because he already been in. He was the last September when he went in.
Yeah.
He gets like, his sentencing is in October, so he would have already been in a year by then. So if he gets 2 years, then it's gonna really be like New Jack City to end when like Nino Brown was gonna be out in a year. Somebody did put they put a video of like with Kid Cudi as the old man. So somebody already posted that in my timeline. It's like Kid Cudi, a Diddy sentencing. Idolater, your soul is required in hell. Somebody posted that in my timeline. So Kid Cudi got the
Black
Diddy
people can't
sentencing.
take anything serious.
If he really does get it, because that's very possible, yeah. Because you count time served, like if he gets 2 years, and he would only have to be another year. He'd be around out in 2026. He'd be up for parole.
Mm.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But what people were getting all up, it's like, so here's the thing. In court, you have to prove what charges you're going up against. It's not about if I like this person or what kind of character they have.
Because I go
No,
on
you
record
have
and say that I
facts are
I do
facts.
not like Diddy. I'm not a fan of his. I think he's whack. Yeah, he's a creep and shit. Obviously, and we seen with this, it's like
It's a creep.
and he obviously beat the shit out of old girl and shit. But yeah, but with Rico, nah, he didn't. Yeah, I can't convict him of Rico just because I don't like the nigga and shit. It's like yeah, it's like I would have acquitted him too if I'm on that jury and
I
shit. Yeah.
say he a freak body ass dude, but did you prove your case about the Rico and the racketeering?
They didn't. Yeah,
You didn't. Like you showed that he was a freak body ass person,
yeah,
which
being
is
a
not against the law to
sexual
be a
deviant
freak
is not
body ass
not
person.
illegal to be a sexual deviant and shit. It's like
Yeah. As long as everything is consensual. If all parties are saying, hey,
over 20 over 21
are
it ain't
over
consensual.
21
Well, the people that
and
brought
saying,
up people that
hey,
brought up R. Kelly and shit, that's why R. Kelly, because like R. Kelly shit involved minors and shit too.
yeah, it
Like
involved
he was
minors. He
like, yeah,
had
how
minors.
did
He
Kelsey
was a
convicted but
whole
not Diddy? It's like, yeah, because of the whole everybody with Diddy's case was over 21 to the like, all of
Diddy
this
was a
shit.
R. Kelly was a whole certified lover boy, certified. Wow, he was a whole yeah, he was a whole that. So you can't have sex with minors. You can't do that and think
Yeah,
that
and
that's
that's
okay.
why, yeah, this what with
Yeah,
Diddy is why he with all the racketeering, the RICO charges he did, yeah, beat all of those. Yeah,
Diddy was on some Eyes Wide Shut shit. He was
yeah.
on that or that
I always
party that
look
they
back as
showing
like
and be a cult of that party.
outside of that whack ass story that I read that sounded made up that had Beyonce and cock
LeBron
masks and
James
shit,
the towel.
LeBron James in the towel and shit, yeah. And what's her name? Gloria Estefan was there. It just
In a
sounded
cock
wild, the whole
mask.
story and shit. It's like yeah, the
People
whole
just walking around with cock masks on, just
the whole thing sounded like bullshit. And then the Jaguar rights stuff, we can agree that all of that is bullshit now. Like Diddy was really just a horny son of a bitch that flew dudes in to like fuck his chick and shit. That's
yeah.
really what the freak offs turned out to be and shit.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was a voyeurism. He was a voyeurism guy because it is a part. He was a cuck. Like I said, they call that cuckolding and
Yeah.
voyeurism. He was into that type of stuff because
So
allegedly
it wasn't like Epstein. It was just like some yeah dude like who allegedly has a small penis that paid guys
he
to like
was, yeah,
screw his
allegedly.
girl and shit. That's what it was and shit. That's what it sounded like at least for the evidence that was presented. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, what actually did and shit. And like to have other men's like semen spread on his nipples and shit, which is gay as fuck. I don't know.
That's just too much. Like just a visual with that. It's like, okay, that's a visual I didn't need. Like that's just way more than I wanted to know about him.
Yeah.
Like when they were just unleashing all the details of their sexual relationship, it just became very I was like I stopped reading after a while. I was like, I don't want to know more
I say
about
no
this.
matter how much jail time, whenever he gets out, he's done and shit. How do you come
Yeah,
back from that and shit? Yeah.
yeah.
Would you
But you
listen to
let
some
these
Diddy?
guys
Did he put out new music after that? Would you listen to it? I'm
no.
not listening
You
to
let
it.
these
Yeah.
men urinate in this girl's mouth. Like just like come
I'm
on
not
now.
listening to
They treated
it.
your woman like a toilet. They treated her It's
But
like that's ridiculous. It is.
but yeah, going in, all the stories we thought well, what it was gonna be, it just turned out to be that. He just paid guys to like bang his chick and shit, and he stood in the corner jerking off, watching and shit. That's
Being a whole creep.
apparently what it was and shit. But yeah, people are it's mixed in my timeline. It's like some people are really mad about the outcome. Some people are really happy about the outcome. Like, what about your timeline?
It's the same thing, mixed reviews. And then my thing I just keep on saying is like you gotta prove your case. Like, yes, establishing somebody's character shouldn't be your only defense. That's not your
Uh,
defense. That's a way to like set the scene. Like, okay, like how Sophia, picture this, Sicily, 1929. It's like that. It's like you're setting the scene.
yeah,
Okay, this person likes to engage in deviant sexual activities, which is why we have evidence to show that he
yeah.
participated in
Especially
this.
if a lot of your evidence is circumstantial, it's like, yeah, that's when you got to build the character thing. It's like, yeah,
Right.
like we got circumstantial evidence that says that it looks like he might have did this crime, but he did this other thing. So isn't it likely he did this too? Like that's why you trying to
Exactly.
set that is like,
That's the purpose of that shouldn't be
yeah,
your meat. That just shouldn't be your meat. That should be like your mustard, or I know I'm using a lot now. That should be a topping. That shouldn't just be your main. It
right,
shouldn't because you're not going to win.
yeah.
And then some people they overcharge. Like that's what I say. I mean,
Yeah, I was
I'm not
overcharged. It was like he was
um,
really looking at life in prison for being a dude that
a,
jerked off to
a
like
freak
and rubbed men's the semen on his nipples and shit. I don't think you should
for
get
being a
life in
closet
prison for
freak.
that and
La la
shit.
la la la, be a closet freak. But it's like, yeah, people overcharge. I feel like when you see certain things, and then you could tell certain cases, it's like this is going to get they're going to be found not guilty. Like you can already see that you can see the writing on the wall. Like this is going to be not guilty because
I said it right after the
overcharged.
Cassie Ventura
You overcharged
testimony.
the case.
I said it then. I'm like I don't see Rico or anything. Like I see like
Like
some
the hardest
I
thing to
see a
prove
lot of like
always is
weird, a lot
murder.
of wild, weird sex acts
A
happening. But
lot of
yeah,
weird stuff.
it's like, but I said so far I don't see a crime, especially because the defense, like Diddy's lawyers, had evidence that she was a willing participant, including text messages like, "Ooh yeah, baby," like that kind of shit.
Yeah, well,
And
I'm
like
ready. Yeah.
prosecution, she was saying that she was just saying that to police him, but the defense was like, yeah, like or was she? Is like, and that's called reasonable
Mhm.
doubt. Like, yeah, she could have been really into
Yeah.
this shit. Like, we
All
don't
you
know.
gotta
It's
do
like,
is
yeah,
create this much
we
reason.
don't
That's all
know.
you need is just this much reasonable doubt.
Yeah,
If you create this much,
yeah.
that's all you need is just this much. You don't need a
It's
lot.
like, yeah, he could have forced her, but yeah, she could have been willing into it. Yeah, that's called reasonable doubt. And that means you must have quit. Johnny Cochran. Yeah.
Hmm.
If it does not fit, you must have quit. Shit, yeah. Which is 30 years since that fucking trial. So 30
Yikes.
years between the two trials of the century. It's like 30 years since that one.
Because I was watching that in school.
I was
We were
working
watching. They rolled the TV out on
on the
on the
TV with
joint,
the
the
attached
TV.
VCR. Y'all was getting it in. Yeah.
They rolled it out at 95 on us.
I was working at Mrs. Fields Cookies in Woodfield Mall. I dipped out to go listen in the LTD. It's like, y'all, saw the verdicts in, like, and they didn't
They
care.
rolled
Like,
it
hey,
out.
let me just leave, just walk off the job to go listen to that shit. I told them actually I'm running to the car to listen, I'm listening to this shit. Yeah,
We were watching it in our English class because when the verdict came down, that was our English period. So then they rolled out the TV and
It wasn't a lot of activity that day because everybody was watching that verdict.
everybody
So,
was
so the
listening.
mall was kind of dead. It's like, so I'm going to the car. I got to hear this shit.
Would have been more appropriate if it was like social studies because like with the law, that would have been more,
Yeah.
you know. But it was English that we were
I'm pretty
watching again.
sure
So
like
yeah.
science class was watching that shit. I'm pretty sure
All
everybody
right, I said we all were watching it, yeah.
in gym and they were watching that shit. Ain't no rope
Yeah.
climbing. They climbing no ropes today and shit. They
We're not doing no
rolled the TV out on the basketball court and shit to watch and shit. I'm sure
what it was called burpees. We're not doing no burpees. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not doing no burpees.
they rolled the TV out center court and shit in the gym. I'm sure they did. did that shit too.
But yeah, these trials, you gotta be able to prove your case. Like I said, like I heard, like murder is something that's very hard to prove. Like
Yes,
murder, when you charge someone murder, you have to
especially first degree murder.
first degree murder is so hard
Because
to prove.
intent matters with that. It's like you got to prove that yeah, I'm gonna go I'm killing that motherfucker and shit. Like you got to prove
Hmm.
intent for first degree murder. That means it got to be
Hmm.
premeditated. Either the plan I'm about to go over there.
Premeditated.
Yeah, yeah. Intent is like matters with
Mhm.
first degree murder.
Which is why a lot of times that they attach a lesser charge with it because
Like
if you can't
manslaughter
prove
or
the
something.
murder, you
Yeah,
might get manslaughter, man-2 or whatever,
yeah,
involuntary whatever the case may be, you
yeah,
get a lesser charge on it. If
yeah,
you just charge it's first degree murder and then if you don't have enough evidence, they're going to, and then double jeopardy, they can't be charged with the same crime
yeah,
twice.
yeah.
So know how the justice, I mean, we know how the justice system
That's
works.
what happened with Rittenhouse. Yeah, they charged him with first degree murder. It was right after George Floyd's like tensions were high.
That
We're
was,
like,
yeah, they
yeah, so
overcharged,
yeah,
definitely.
like it's like you can't prove he went out there to kill people. It's like you didn't have that.
Yeah.
You didn't have that. No evidence like prove that
Because
he
it
went
has to
out
be
there to
malice
kill.
and intent.
Yeah,
Malice and intent both have to go in for, and premeditation. Malice, intent, premeditation, all
which is
that is in
why
first
he
degree.
got acquitted because like they didn't prove like at all that. So
None of that.
I'm gonna go out here and kill some motherfuckers. You
He
got
was
to
just a
prove that and
dumb,
shit.
he was a dumb kid who wanted to play
Mom
cops and
played wrong
robbers.
time and
And
he got in over his head and shit.
he was a dumb kid.
And then shot his way out when he got cornered and shit. That's all that was.
So he was dumb. Because he was a he like ass should have never been out there. You was 17. What's your 17-year-old ass doing out there?
At
He
night,
should have
yeah.
never been out there.
This is at
And
night too. Yeah.
why'd you have a gun? You're 17. What are you doing? You cross state line.
Well, it
Like he
was
was doing too much. Like
the gun. I'm not even mad at. It was dangerous. If I was out there and I had my gun too and shit, but I get it. But him
you're
being
an
like
adult though. That's what I'm
him
saying. He
being
was underage.
underage with a gun is like is
That's the point I'm saying. You were
that's that weird area.
17, out past curfew, because I presume it would be, especially back then, because like we were in COVID, so they had curfews
Yeah, it was
everywhere,
2020. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, they had
2020.
curfews every
That
year
was
because
right
Lori
after
Lightfoot shut
Jake, and
down
that
the
was right
lake.
after Jacob Blake. So like it was curfews because
Mhm.
the streets were like hot after the Jacob Blake shooting and shit. Yeah, Kenosha was hot. It's like right
Mhm.
after that. So they had like
Yeah,
8 o'clock curfews and shit or whatever it was. It's like
yeah.
well, everybody, not just kid, everybody had to be off the streets
Everybody,
at 8 o'clock
everybody had to
because
be up the
the
street.
shit was real hot. The streets were hot during that
That's
time.
because Lori Lightfoot shut down the lake. Here, our mayor of Chicago shut it down.
Yeah.
Like, nope, no walking the lakefront. You can't even go outside. You know.
And the current case is going on now. I guess we just doing all of the court cases now, like
Yeah, I mean, let's
the
roll.
time all together, like the Carmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf. Have you been following that at all? Not Carmelo Anthony, the Hall of
I
Famer,
know, not the
not the
basketball
ball
player.
player, the 17
But
year old that
the first
stabbed
time
the
I saw the
motherfucker and
name,
shit. Yeah,
because his name is spelled with a
okay.
K, and then Carmelo, obviously
And you
not
could
I won't
tell
say the real.
that he was named after the ball
Yeah, he
player.
was named
Yeah. His
obviously after him
parents were
because
probably a fan of Carmelo
he's
Anthony.
17. Carmelo
Yeah.
Anthony is what, 40 now, I think.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Carmelo
he's
Anthony
40.
like got
So
drafted in 2003. So definitely
2003.
well over 17 years ago. So yeah. So I'm sure he was named after him. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like you were named. So he probably was your favorite player. Like it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna name it. Like we saw a lot. Like I started seeing Kobe's. Like after a certain time, I started seeing Kobe's. Of course, we seen
Yeah.
Jordans. Yeah, we see that. But
Yeah.
because like when I first saw Carmelo Anthony, and I was like, wait, what? And I was like, and I read the story. I was like, it's a kid.
That's the story with it's
Okay.
the football game. Yeah. Carmelo Anthony's team was playing
Yeah, I've been following. I followed the
Austin
beginning
Metcalf's
of
team.
it.
Yeah.
The beginning of it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Austin Metcalf's team, Carmelo Anthony's team, like they were like high school
Yeah,
football game. It starts raining
yeah.
and shit, and then they had tents. Like what people
The
don't know that
tents. Yeah.
each team had their own tent. It's like the home
Right.
away team is like Carmelo Anthony was away. He was under the home tent. They're like, hey, why you need to be on your own tent? It's like, and then shit just it got touchy and shit. It's
Escalated.
like, yeah, and got out of hand. Carmelo Anthony pulls a knife and stabs the shit out of Austin Metcalf. who dies and shit. Yeah. And now they charge. That's another one. Like the charge, like what's I think he got charged with first degree murder. So like is have they overcharged him? I guess we're gonna find out as we go to trial and shit.
Exactly.
It's like
But then they were saying it was like a history or something. They said it before that the book, because like if Austin was a twin, I want to say, right?
yeah, he and his brother they both
I
played.
think they were twins, if I'm remembering
Yeah,
correctly. I said, because I just followed the story at the very beginning.
yeah,
And I think he was a twin, if I'm not mistaken. If not, I know he had a brother, even if they weren't twins.
yeah.
And
They both were on
allegedly,
the
they
team.
said that
Yeah,
this
his
wasn't the
brother was on
first
that team
incident,
too. Yeah. Huh.
that he had bullied him before. That's the story. I mean, I don't know how true that is. If it was like a past
These are like
run-in or whatever.
yeah, I don't that sounds like some made up shit, but to me
Like I
like the
said, allegedly, I don't
what I
know.
seen like this was like they had never encountered until this moment
A
to the
first
best of my knowledge.
encounter.
That might be some shit somebody made up to try to like the internet be making up shit. It's like yeah. So I
They're
don't know. I gotta
inventing
look at that
stories
other part.
because
Like I don't really yeah, I haven't been able to
we
verify
know
that.
that we know that bullying can get to be rampant in these schools sometimes. Like we know that it does. It can happen, sometimes. And this is as a parent, this is when you need to talk and with kids.
Because I don't even think they
You
really
do.
knew each other. They went to different schools, so
You
like
have to talk to your
I
kids.
don't know how like how well they even knew each other. It's like
Hmm.
it probably had crossed paths because you probably played before, but
Yeah, if you're playing
I
against
don't
each
think they
other,
really knew each other and shit. Yeah,
and then if you're rival schools, like,
like Kenwood and
well, I
Hyde
mean,
Park and shit. Yeah.
well, I didn't have a
Y'all didn't
football
have
team
sport.
because my
Y'all didn't have
school
a
was
team and
small.
shit. So yes, can't have a
We didn't
rival
have it.
sports team if you don't have a team and shit.
Well, fuck it. I am at the college. Like Illinois, we don't like Ohio State. Like
Yeah, but like if somebody
we
from
don't like.
Ohio, like if somebody from Ohio State was under your tent, you right, you might say something to them.
Yeah, we don't
Hey,
like Ohio
why you
State.
under our tent? Yeah, like you might say, yeah, it's like that. Yeah. So
So the Big Ten rivalry is
that's
real.
a good analogy there. Like if you see an Ohio State kid under your Illinois tent, you might say something.
Sorry, Ohio State. We don't like you, and they don't like us, so it's fine.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's like that, like Kenwood and Hyde Park, like you said, like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Y'all were rivals,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely the
Yeah.
rival with Kenwood and Hyde Park. Even though
Hmm.
my bay went to Hyde Park, so I was like, so I had at least one Hyde Park student that I did like. It's like,
Or in professionals, like I was already he already knows that the Green Bay Packers are the stinky guys. He called them the stinky cheese guys. That's what he calls them. We're Bears. You can't, we're gonna have our Bears stuff in here. You're not gonna bring any Packers shit in our house. You're not gonna do it. So, and he knows that already.
Packers.
But
Shout out Mike
um,
Love and shit, the Green Bay Packer fan. Yeah.
I know. I'm like, why? Why?
Oh,
Why?
Mike's from Milwaukee, so
I know he's from Milwaukee, but still, we
so
claim you now. You're in Chicago. We claim
he's
you.
been in
You're one of
Chicago for like over 20 years now. Like yeah,
you're one of us. You belong to us
yeah.
now.
Probably been in these parts like 20, yeah, 25 years. Yeah, Bad Boy Radio was a long time
30
ago.
years at
Been
this
there
point.
25 years at this point. So yeah.
Like 30 years now.
Yeah, so
Because I
you
was in high school when they were popping.
one of us now. You've been around these parts for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, but it will be interesting to see how this case
Yeah, because that's the big
plays
case.
out.
Because
Because
his charges just came down as first degree murder he got. So they probably attach other charges like they usually do, like we said. So we'll see
But
how
the
that plays
sad
out.
thing that at the end of the day, it's like two lives are forever changed. Two young lives are forever changed. One boy's life was lost, and then the other boy's like, even if he doesn't, even if is acquitted of everything, even if he is acquitted, it's still you're gonna have that stain on you.
Oh yeah, life would never be the same
If
again.
I say you still have that
Look at
stain,
Rittenhouse and shit. Yeah, think he just be a regular motherfucker like his life forever has changed. He got
I said the only
acquitted.
way
His
you can
life
do
will
it is like
never
if
be
you
the
move
same
somewhere
again.
where do the opposite of chairs. Move where nobody knows your name. Change your name.
That happens. Yeah,
Grow your hair, do something
like
different.
what's his like Galooly and shit. He changed his after the whole Tanya Harding scandal and all of that. Like the
He
Galooly.
completely
He
became a
got he
different
got a whole
person.
nother name now. Cause like Jeff Galooly, that's not the most common name. You gonna know
That,
it's the same
that's
guy
not
and shit. It's like, yeah, oh, you the Tanya Harding
that's a
guy, you
common.
gonna know it's him and shit. Yeah. So he had to change his
So
whole
Louis,
name.
you were married to her. You were with
Yeah.
her.
The
It's
dude
like
had to
that.
change his name because of that and shit.
And like I said, as a guy, like I said, you can like grow your hair, cut your hair, grow a beard, grow a mustache,
Paul
wear
Rubens.
glasses.
Paul Rubens. He did all of
Get
that.
some fake glasses.
Yeah.
If you gain weight or you lose weight,
Can't wait to lose weight. I
you can
definitely
do
would
things to alter your
shave
appearance.
this and shit. Probably try to get some go to what Bosley, what's it called? Get this back.
Go to
I guess.
which were called, I forgot what the one's called, but I see
Or might get
outside,
the
I see
trap
Brian
toupee or whatever.
Blacker.
Yeah, like that.
I see Brian the Blacker. He looks so weird with hair.
Might get the that trap toupee. Yeah, I might get one of those and shit.
They be
And
doing the
no,
hair transplants overseas, like in the Philippines, I think.
but
Get the hair transplant.
yeah, I ain't planning on going nowhere because I don't plan on committing crime. So there you
Yeah,
go.
we're not criminals.
Right.
And
Mm.
then Diddy's his stuff got denied, the $1 million bond or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, he tried to get out on
Yeah.
bail and shit. Yeah. Everybody say he wanted to have a Fourth of July freak off and shit. It's like the freak off jokes are not going away and shit. It's like yeah,
No, here's what I said was going to happen. I said they knew not to let him out. I said because you let him out, I said he's going to go with Russell.
you don't go over there with
He's
Rush.
running
Yeah,
Bobby.
you don't go
He's
hang
going
out
with
with Rush.
Rush. He's going to be Bobby Rush.
You rolling with the Rush.
He's going to have the Rush card.
Yeah. See, thanks for
Just
coming
think
out.
about
God
it.
bless.
Like
Good
a
night.
million
Yeah,
dollars is nothing. A
yeah,
million dollars is a lot for us, but to him, that's nothing.
yeah.
That's no money to him. It's like telling somebody, it's like telling us, like, give me $50. It's like doing that.
That's why they've been
It's
trying
like
to get
$50
bail
for
for
us.
Diddy since the very beginning because like Diddy got it. Whatever bail you set for him, he got it. That's why the prosecution kept fighting for like no bail for
Remand.
him. It's like, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah.
remand.
No matter what the number you give, like Diddy got it and shit. It's like, if it's 20
He
million, he
got
got
it.
it and shit. It's like, yeah, like whatever the bail you set, he got
So
it.
when they arrested him, he was trying to get on his private jet, wasn't he, when they were arresting him, I
Yeah,
think, right?
when they raided him, when they found a baby
When they
oil and
raided him,
that
yeah.
shit, yeah, like yeah. They right then and there, like
The
they
man has a
detained him.
private jet.
They detained him at the airport that day. Yeah, yeah.
So had he got on that plane, he would have been with Uncle Rush. He would have been with Rush.
This
They would have
trial
been
would have
chilling
never
in
this
Bali
trial would
together.
have never happened. It's like yeah, this trial definitely
Because
would have.
that's what he was trying to get to Rush. Rush was like, "Yeah, I'll see you in a bit." Like he was on the phone, probably like, "Yeah, I'm gonna see you soon," and then
Right.
he was going to go over there with him. And that's what would have happened.
Yeah,
That's why Rush ain't coming back.
yeah. Let's talk about
Once you
some.
leave, it's
mm,
hard to get you back once you leave.
Like once you get out of the country, it's just over. Yeah,
Exactly.
like what's that kid like Edward Snowden and shit? Yeah, like the dude that yeah he how long he been like he been over there for like it got to be 10 years now. Like how long he been over there? And shit. He's
He's
never
been over there so
coming
long, I
back.
forgot what he even did. Like I said, I remember the name when so you just said, but
It
I
got to be
forgot what
over
he even
10 years
did.
now. It was
I
he
forgot what
did
he
like
even did.
he's considered a security lead because he was working for like national security and he was basically like spilling the tea like yeah these motherfuckers are watching when they're reading your emails and shit. He basically like he snitched on the
Yeah.
government and shit. So you know they had smoke for him, so he just left the country and ain't been back since. That was over 10 years
And
ago
now he
too.
over there. Now he over there doing Leonardo DiCaprio, Catch Me If You Can.
Exactly. Yeah. He went
Catch
to
Me If You
he
Can.
went to one of these countries that doesn't have extradition. He like fools and just said, "Yeah, I'm never coming back." It's like, well, you can't extradite him and shit either. It's like,
Forget where in the word Carmen San Diego, where in the word was he?
yeah,
Yeah, like. Because this dude is just, he's gone. Like,
Snowden is like
he
they've been
vanished.
the government's been trying to get him since he like started telling like yeah these motherfuckers yeah you think your
I
shit is
forgot what he
private
did.
but
I said
yeah
that was like a throwback name. I forgot what he did. Till you told me, I was like, I forgot what he even did. But that name, like, I remember that
yeah
name when that story
they call
happened.
them the whistleblower is what they
The
call them.
whistleblower,
He
yeah.
basically told like yeah like these motherfuckers hey they got so
Because it
much
was
like
about 10. Like I said, either I just had Ari or I was like, or she was newly born. It was like, yeah, it was like about 10 years ago.
I was or more I know that shit
It
was a while ago
was.
when Snowden got the fuck out of
It was
here.
a minute ago. It was.
Dude just dipped and shit. Yeah. He said, fuck you niggas, I'm out and shit. He's like,
Deuces.
yeah. Huh.
Yikes.
Well, we had our laughs and shit. Let's talk about yeah, a tragedy that happened in our hometown.
Yeah.
The shooting, the Mellow Bucks mass shooting is what I'm calling it. It took place River North Mellow Bucks, a local artist was having a listening party and I think four people died and like dozens got injured. It's like in this shooting. Yeah. It was like I saw I saw so, surveillance from like there's cameras everywhere. So it was something
Of
maybe a
course.
business from across the street or it was no audio, but you could see like yeah I
You
saw
can
it was
see the
like with the
visuals.
flash the muzzle flashes the pop yeah you could see like the flashes like from that. I did see that video. I'm like wow, it was like that shit was crazy. Yeah,
Just unnecessary. And then for those unfamiliar with Chicago, River North is a well-to-do area.
yeah,
It's a very, you know,
yeah. It's one of the nicer areas. It's like
it's a well-to-do area, River
yeah.
North. It
I used to
is.
work out at the UFC gym, River North, when it was there. Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
not too far
I want
from
to say
where
maybe I
it's
went to like a restaurant there or something, or
yeah,
but it's like a well-to-do area. So it's not O Block, it's not that.
yeah,
But my feeling about all this stuff like this is let's stop making permanent decisions on temporary feelings.
facts. Yeah,
Because that's what's happening with these kids. Like, as a parent, that's the worst thing you can hear. Like, your child goes to a party and they not coming home. These kids was young. Like I
yeah,
said, I'm at the age now where I could have a 21-year-old.
facts.
I
Yeah,
could be a parent to a 21-year-old and not have been a teen mom. I'm that old now, but it's like watching these kids, because you talking shit and you didn't like looking like Doughboy and Ferris and Boys in the Hood.
yeah. When real Ricky, yeah, when yeah, I got a
Over what?
problem, nigga, yeah, because Ricky he bumped into Ricky.
Yeah.
It's like yes,
No, I don't see a problem, nigga. It's
yeah,
like so you shot and killed him over what? Because he bumped into you?
yeah. Which caused a whole chain reaction. Then Doe kills Ferris and his boys.
Retaliates.
Then they kill Doughboy. It's a whole chain reaction. Like yeah, because
It
you
just
bumped
doesn't
into
end.
somebody and shit. Yeah, because you bumped into somebody.
Probably Dookie and then retaliating and maybe they
Yeah,
got,
they probably
it's
yeah
like it just
killed the
keeps on
guys that
going.
killed Doughboy. Maybe yeah, Dookie and Monster might have killed them. It's like who knows? It's like
It just keeps going and going and going and
yeah,
going and going. And that's what the fear that people are fearful of is that this is going to be a retaliation tour now. Because now
yeah.
that those four people have died, because clearly we know it was some bullshit. We know it was a
Targeted
target
attack.
thing. We
Targeted.
know it was not random.
Clearly a targeted
It
attack.
was not random.
It's clearly targeted. Yeah,
Most violence that happens is a targeted attack.
yeah. Especially
Somebody you
shit like
have
this.
beef with, you catch him in the street, there go that motherfucker right there. Da, da, da,
Yeah, that
da, da, da.
motherfucker.
You're
Yeah,
not thinking about who's around.
he up here at the listening party. Yeah, let's go get that nigga and shit. Yeah,
You're not thinking about who's around when babies get shot and killed.
yeah,
'Cause, I mean, it's summertime in Chicago, so people may be out strolling, walking,
yeah.
enjoying
Nice night. Yeah,
enjoying
like
the.
I've enjoyed a nice walk on, especially on the river walk. Is like that's a
Hmm.
very nice walk on a beautiful
Yeah,
summertime side night and shit. Yeah,
yeah. You just
that's
want to
yes,
enjoy it and then watching because like, it's just so beautiful. Like our lake slash riverfront is so beautiful. Like looking at all the restaurants right there and
yeah,
seeing lit up and
yeah. The
Navy Pier got
twilight.
the
Yeah,
fireworks that
yeah,
pop on Saturday nights. I think they do them Thursday and Saturday nights at Navy
yeah.
Pier.
You might want to ride the Ferris wheel, all of that. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like you just trying to enjoy the weather, but knuckleheads going to be stupid, like I said, and have these permanent decisions on temporary feelings. You guys
Which is
stop doing
why,
it.
yeah, with
You
discipline,
guys
like when
stop.
and like I'm part of the 2A community. Yeah, if you're in the gun community, is like, yeah, when you look at your weapon is a defense mechanism.
Hmm.
You don't use your gun for offense, it's for defense. Like if your life is threatened, it's all the time. Like you don't. That's what
Only
these
time
kids aren't taught, that you don't use the gun to like kill motherfuckers. No, guns are for like defense. It's like shit.
if you feel your life is in danger.
Yes, and you have no other result. That's why you don't. There's no such thing as a warning shot. You only fire
Yeah.
your gun if you feel like you're about to get killed and shit. That's the only time you
Hmm.
ever shoot your gun. That's how it should be. Yeah,
If you
but
feel you're in danger or your loved one's in
you
danger.
are,
Yeah.
yeah, like others, yeah, are in danger. Yeah.
Hmm.
Not just because oh, let's go get that motherfucker. No,
And
no,
then the
that's
second
not
that
what
you pull
guns
a
are.
gun, you better be ready to use it.
Yeah.
You better be ready. You just can't flash a gun. Like, don't we got a
Yes.
problem? You can't do that. You can't flash a gun. You can't
But
do that.
intimidation is like, yeah.
Yeah.
I see so many videos. I be going down YouTube rabbit holes. There's so many intimidation videos like that. It's like, well, and that's all considered assault with a deadly weapon. You don't have to shoot somebody to consider assault. If I pull my gun on somebody, that's assault. I could go to jail for assault with a
And
deadly
then
weapon.
brandishing, especially when you're
Yeah,
brandishing your
brandishing is
weapon.
the same as assault. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that lady, and the guy when they were standing outside their
All the
house,
McCloskeys, yeah, it's like
The
that
Kid
was
and Barbie,
stupid.
they
Yeah.
called them,
That was
or
stupid.
Karen
Especially
and
the
Chad, or whatever they called
especially
them.
especially old girl and shit. She
Because
pointed
she
her
had her finger
finger
on the
on the
trigger.
trigger. Yeah, that was just dumb and shit. Yeah.
And then when they zeroed in, they was like, it let the guy piss his pants. They did like it was a West by his pants. And you're
Yeah.
like he pissed his pants and did.
Like you grabbing the weapon is no problem. Y'all coming outside is when it turned into a problem. You could have pulled a Malcolm X, like yeah, he had his
Yeah,
rifle.
Malcolm
He
X.
was in the house looking through the curtain. That's all you do and shit. Yeah. Like I'm gonna have my shit and like I'm
Or
gonna keep an eye on things and shit. Yeah.
or Black Panther, open carry. They just stood there with their strap to them and they just stood there.
Yeah, if you want to have like people on patrol like
Open
that, yeah. Like the Panthers, like would all
like
they'll
that.
patrol the neighborhoods and shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
they would
also.
just walk with their weapon on them. They wouldn't be, doing that. They would just walk and just
Yeah,
they open carry.
me, I pull them out. If I hear like some commotion outside, yeah, I might have my thing in my hand. I'll be peeking through the blinds, but I'm not
By
going
any means
outside. Like,
necessary.
yeah, who wants some? It's like you don't do that shit. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you can't do that. That's dumb.
look through the blinds and see like, okay, like what's going on out there, and I'm gonna have my shit
Clearly,
in my
people
hand.
don't read.
Yeah,
People don't read the Constitution.
yeah.
Read their.
Remember the chicken Starbucks and shit? She pulled the gun on the lady and shit. It's like the remember that? Because you could tell it's like it was like some shit talking. It's like and
Dumb.
it turned into like that. And so yeah, she brandished the gun on her and shit.
That's dumb.
Just stupid. Yeah,
My thing, if you can't fight, just say that. Just say. Too many people just don't know how to fight. If you can't fight, just say that.
yeah. Most
Sometimes you're
people
going to get your ass kicked.
like Pops said in Friday. Yeah, like yeah, hey, you
Sometimes
win
you get
some,
your
you
ass
lose
kicked.
some. It's like yeah, hey, well, shit. So yeah,
Like point is like you might be Martin and kick everybody's ass, but then you run into Tommy Hitman Hearns and then you
yeah,
get
you
your
might be
head.
Martin. Yeah, you get your ass
Because
whooped.
Martin did kick everyone's ass in the show. Martin did kick everyone's ass. He did. But Tommy Hitman Hearns was the one who had to knock him out his shoes.
Hmm.
You have that, so then you run up to your person and then you get humbled, okay.
But yeah, guns aren't for threatening people. Guns don't make you a
No,
tough
it's
guy.
not.
Guns are for
It
protection.
doesn't. Hmm. It's a tool that you
It's
use.
a tool. And if you have said
It's a
protection,
tool.
sport, yeah, if you like hunting, it's like, yeah, like guns are for like, yeah, like a
Hunting.
tool for like different, yeah. It's like, yeah, protection, sport. It's like, yeah, that's what, yeah, not
Hmm.
to intimidate motherfuckers and shit. It's not what it's for. And
So I just like
that's one of the first things you learn when you join the gun community is okay, these aren't for intimidation. These things here are for protection. Sport, if you like hunting, is like, yeah, like it's for that type of stuff. Yeah.
I just feel awful for the families. I do.
Yeah.
Like I said, these were young kids. They were young.
Yeah,
Like nobody was like in their 30s. Everybody was in their 20s,
yeah,
right?
it's
They were young.
like Mellow Bucks is like it's Mellow Bucks music is not for people our age. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's a a young audience. Yeah. Like I said, people mostly in their 20s. I'm sure. Yeah, yeah,
But these were young kids. So,
yeah,
and now they won't ever get to grow up and, you just starting your life at 21,
yeah.
23. Like you're just really just getting started.
It made me think about the E2 tragedy because I was young during that when that happened. Yeah, I was the young.
Same, I was young when
Yeah,
that happened.
so I thought
I had
about
just
that.
started clubbing, like right before that happened. I had just started
I
getting
was
into
in
my
my
clubbing
prime.
time.
I was in my prime club. My clubbing prime, I guess you would call it when that happened. Those are
Because,
prime.
I was at the point, I was newly 21. You get newly 21, 22. It's like, hey, I can go everywhere now. I can party. It's like that. But
But that's what I thought of. Like
it's
it's
so
like all the
sad.
lives that were lost in that tragedy. I thought about like
And
yeah,
it's just like my sister,
yeah. What'd you say, kid?
listening parties aren't typical.
Yeah,
It's a listening party.
I've
It's
been to
not
listening
always.
parties. Yeah, is you just they're usually pretty chill. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely been to listening parties. So
Yeah, just really sad. And for the close because the interesting nugget there is that the restaurant technically should not have been open because I think they were on permit or they were waiting for something to
mm,
clear. So they should not have been technically opened.
mm.
That's the report I'm seeing. So I'm starting
I
to see
did
that
hear
come
something
down.
about that. I didn't read the story. I did
I'm
see a
starting to see
headline
that
though.
come down and
I did see a headline that said that. Yeah,
because they was like they were waiting on something to clear, I want to say, and maybe like a liquor license or something, I think.
so they gonna catch some heat for that. I'm sure. Yeah,
Because it's like the equivalent of like if you're driving a car and you're not licensed and then you hit and kill somebody, you should
yeah,
never been behind that wheel.
yeah. So it's definitely some heat that's gonna
You should
come
not have been
down
behind the
from that.
wheel.
Yeah,
So technically they should not have been open if that's the case because but I get like some people can't turn down stuff. It's like it's say, hey, we're gonna pay you this amount to use it. Okay.
yeah.
Some people can't turn down things.
Especially in this economy. Yeah.
But the phrase what they always say, all money ain't good money.
Yeah,
It's not. All money ain't good money.
you're right about that, kid.
I've turned down stuff because in my soul I didn't feel it was right to accept certain things, and I'm like, I'm not saying I'm
I turn down gigs
morally.
all the time. All the time I turn down
Hmm.
gigs. If it don't
So
feel right and
like,
shit, yeah, I just keep it moving.
pass.
Well, we want to talk some
I sleep well
NBA.
at night knowing that I can. Oh, because I sleep well at night knowing that I can get in my bed and go to sleep and know that nobody is after me. My peace of mind
Yeah,
is,
your mind is
that's worth more than anything.
peace of mind priceless. For everything
Peace
else,
of mind is worth
there's
more than
MasterCard. Yeah,
it's worth more than Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, all them combined.
peace
It's
of
worth
mind
their
priceless. For
my peace of
everything
mind.
else, there's fucking MasterCard. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
But you say NBA,
talk a little
yes.
NBA. Yeah, we took the week off, so since we were last on, we have crowned a new NBA champion, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Which we
First
knew was
title
gonna
in the
happen.
OKC years. First title for the franchise since '79. That's the Supersonics. So been a long before you were born. It's been a long
Before I was
time
born,
since this
you
franchise
were a
won.
little boy.
And they weren't even around and shit. Yeah, like yeah. Like I
Damn,
said,
79.
they were the Supersonics. Yeah, that's the last
That's
time
like
the
knocking
franchise.
near 50 now at this point. Like you getting
It's
into
really
50
yeah,
now at this point.
knocking on 50. Yeah,
Knocking in 50 right there.
yeah.
Wow.
Shea Gilders Alexander. Yeah, he did. He almost what the one of the he's on a very exclusive list when the regular season MVP, Finals MVP, and the scoring title is like There's only been a handful of people that have done that. And of course, Jordan is one of them.
Jordan.
It's like
I'm gonna do the Larry Bird. Who else besides Jordan?
Bird might have been one. I'm gonna get those names for you. Hold on. Bird might
Was
have been one
Magic
of them.
one? I think
I'm
maybe.
gonna check. Hold on. We're gonna
I
tell you
think
in a
Magic
second.
may
Yeah.
have been one as well.
Mhm.
So obviously we know the first like Jordan. We know obviously that Jordan's the GOAT. So I mean, GOAT shit right there. But when they showed the list of how he did, I was like, oh, yep. And I saw, and they were saying about like the teams. So like the Bulls, both Bulls teams was on there.
Yeah, it's
The
the
six
top five teams is like 73-9 Warriors, 72-10 Bulls, 69-13 Bulls. The
for both those
which
teams.
also the Lakers tie for 69-13. And then right behind them is this Thunder team is 68 wins. It's like they right there. So yeah,
Hmm.
they right there.
Hmm.
Okay, I got the names. Yeah.
All right.
It's Jordan, I said, yeah. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar makes sense. and
Okay, Kareem.
and Shaq, yeah. So it wasn't Bird. Okay, yeah.
Okay, I knew it was a Laker. I said because like I was like,
It's
okay, it
two
wasn't
Lakers and
Magic. It
Jordan.
was
Two Lakers and
Kareem. I knew it
Jordan.
was a Laker.
Yeah. So that's the
Oh yeah, two Lakers. Yeah, two Lakers and Jordan. Okay.
we mentioned that. Yeah. So it's been only three other players besides Shea have done that. Yeah. NBA, the regular season MVP, the finals MVP, and the scoring title. Yeah. It seemed like Kobe would have done that, but when he won the finals, he wasn't MVP. Kobe only has one
Yeah,
MVP. He won it in '08 and they lost. They didn't win the title that year. Like
yeah. They lost
Kobe
to
probably
Boston.
would have done it that year. Yeah, like but remember
Yeah,
Boston won in '08. Yeah, so if the
yeah.
Lakers had won, I'm sure Kobe probably had the scoring title that year already. So I was like,
Hmm.
it seemed like Kobe because Kobe was always near the top of the scoring when he played. So, but he don't have that
He
many
was.
MVPs. That's what it was. And like so I was like,
Hmm.
that's why Kobe didn't make this list yet. And I guess
That's a hell of a
the
list.
years he won, he didn't win the MVP. Because LeBron won '09
That's
and
a
10.
hell.
Yeah, the MVPs
Hmm.
those 2 years.
That's a hell of a list right there, though.
That's good comp. So like so we got to really like look at this team. Like where does Shea rank? Where does the Thunder rank as far as like all time seasons? It's like it's up there. Like you did like something historic. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's definitely up there with like the
Yeah, the
special.
Bulls are the 72 and 10 because they won. Warriors didn't win. That's why they're not one. They didn't win. Got win the title.
Yeah.
Won 73 and they have two
Warriors had a shot
wins.
at being the greatest team of all time because they had
They
won
did,
the
but the
title.
Jazz.
Steph had won unanimous MVP that year. So the only is like but then they ran into LeBron and Kyrie, like they fucked that up and shit. So
Hmm.
that 2016 title and shit, yeah.
Yeah.
So, which is another feather and another check that with Jordan being the GOAT is like because the Jordan got two teams on the top five list. Yeah, I said Jordan's teams are in it twice and shit. Yeah,
Right.
it's like
So
the
it showed it
90,
wasn't a fluke.
96
72 and
Bulls and
10.
the 97 Bulls. Yeah, they ended twice. Yeah.
It shows that 72 and 10 wasn't a fluke because we thought that was just a fluke. It's like, no, the very next year they almost won 70 games again. They
Yes.
almost won it again,
So me and Dad
back
were
to
pissed
back.
off when they lost that last game in the season.
I
We won
remember we
it
were
back to
mad,
back
like, damn,
70
we could
win
have had
team.
a
We were like,
270 win
it
team.
won 69
Damn.
games and we were mad and shit. That's how spoiled we were back then. Like 69 games wasn't enough and shit. It's like you're like, man, I wanted back to back 70 win seasons. We were pissed off when they lost that last game. We were
And then
legit
we could
pissed
have had
off.
slot one and two in our mind. Like, yeah, we could have had slot one and two
Yeah, only team that wins 70 games twice. Yeah, we were on that
twice
shit.
and win titles twice.
Yeah.
Doing it. And what? Damn, I miss those days. I just got mad. I miss those days. I want to get back good. Come on, Chicago. Let's get
Especially
back
where we at
good.
now, I
Let's
definitely
get
miss
back
those.
good. Come on. I become that person back in my day when
Right, we are
my kids are looking
that.
at me.
We are back in my day.
I
We
become
also
that person. Even the
because
people who watch Derrick Rose have become the back in my day. Even them, they can say back in my day.
it is a
The
lot of
younger people.
D Rose fans that it is a lot of fans that look back as like
I
D
like around.
Derrick
30-ish.
Rose, that
That was
those
the first
Bulls are the
year.
good old days for them. Yeah, it's a lot of fans that's the good old days. Yeah.
And then it's us, the old people.
Right. Um, trying to find the huge trade. Yeah, because we had some trades too and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big ones. Yeah.
it's a free agency now,
Yeah,
so
we officially in the off season. Kevin
we're going to
Durant
see him.
traded to the Houston Rockets. That's the big one. Yeah.
When I saw
Uh,
that come down, I was like,
yeah. I was a little thrown off. I was taken aback, as they say, by that one. It's like,
yeah, I was scratching my head. Okay.
I'm like, it seems like, yeah, like the Rockets got a nice little young core going. They just went with Golden State. How many did they go? 6 or 7. They had a nice run with Golden State in the
They
first round.
did.
They lost, but
Then they went six. Then they went
yeah.
six. And then they
I
did
was like,
six
I
or
thought they
seven, I
would
think.
build upon that, but like, nope. They I'm trying to get the details of the trade. I have it somewhere in my notes. Just give me a second.
Yeah, because it seemed like, because Kevin Durant's what, 36, 35,
Yeah,
36,
he's
something like
getting
that.
near the end of his career, definitely.
Long in the tooth.
Yeah, he's definitely near the end. I
Big
thought
up
I
to
had,
Steph Curry for signing the bag again. Like that contract he signed, big up to Steph.
yeah,
Because for years, Steph did he did the Tom Brady. He took cuts. Like he took cuts for years. So now Steph is getting that bread. He getting like he did take cuts for years. He did. But now it's like, hey,
okay. Rockets, okay,
reward me.
Jalen Green, our good buddy Dylan Brooks. He's then the number 10 pick in this current draft that they just he like the number 10 pick. They sent all of that's going to the Suns. But the Suns had no picks, remember? So like they at least they got a pick after this trade.
It was like you didn't make the play. You didn't make the play, and you're definitely not making the playoffs, and you have no picks.
Yeah, so they got that pick back by
That
making
sucks. That's a bit sucky. You're the players make you have a chance to make the playoffs, and then you have no picks.
so that was one of the worst
What
super
the hell?
teams. That's one of the biggest L's in super teams of all time. The Durant, D Book and Bradley Beal.
Yeah, but
You gotta put them in bottom five of super teams and shit. You definitely gotta put them down there. Or they didn't even make the playoffs. Just when they like put them together, everybody was like, "Oh, championships." It's like, well, y'all didn't even make the
yeah,
playoffs.
we about to do it. No, you're not.
Not one. You got that right. Exactly. Yeah.
Looking real goose eggish right now.
Yeah. The Boston Celtics been having a fire sale. It's mostly
Yes, I was like, what the hell?
because of Tatum's injury. Is like I guess like
Mm-hmm.
because here's the thing: why teams are making these trades, why Phoenix traded Durant, and why Boston is blowing their shit up because of these new luxury tax rules. Is like the way the rules they is like they have different tiers of luxury taxes. Like every time you go up to a certain like tier, the tax really explodes. So like when you get way up here, these super high payrolls, like I La Phoenix is like we got three max deals. It's like yeah, like I said,
Max deals on the
Durant,
table.
Beal, and Booker. You got three guys making max money and shit. Yeah. So they were like way up here. You didn't make the playoffs. So like yeah, so they probably gonna dump like Beal. They try to get rid of Beal too. Like I'm thinking they trying to get like out of this taxes. Except we trying to lower that
Hmm.
bill because teams will pay for a contender. Like Boston say, okay, we'll pay
Yeah,
the tax for a contender. Like with Tatum, we're not a
that
contender.
revenue's gonna come right back.
Yeah,
That
without
revenue's
Tatum,
coming back if you win a title. Yeah.
yeah, with Tatum hurt, we're not a contender. It's like yeah, so that's why yeah they blowing it up. They traded Porzingis. They traded Holiday. Yeah,
I was sad they traded Holiday, but
yeah, Holiday was a big part of their title. Yeah, win.
Holiday might have to go in touch because after Milwaukee got him, he went to Boston, they won.
Yeah,
Holiday goes to the next team he goes to and they win.
yeah,
Holiday got the magic touch. He might got it.
because he's one of those players that brings he brings that stuff that doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Like Holiday is one of those
Hmm.
players. He brings those type of skills that
And Holiday is a and he's a way on both sides of the ball.
yeah,
He's a complete. He do
yeah,
both sides of the ball. He's good offensively and defensively.
yeah,
So he's an asset on any team. If you put him on any of your team, he's an asset. He
yeah.
is.
It's funny you mentioned Milwaukee too because they did something that's never been done yet. They waived Damian Lillard with over $100 million left on his contract. You've never seen a guy waive that had that much money owed to him. It's like,
You know, I equate the Damian Lillard thing as when Mariah Carey's record label paid her to go away after Glitter when they paid her, and then
yeah,
when she
it's like,
came back, then she came back with Emancipation of Mimi, and she was like, "Yeah, you pay me to go away. Let me show you something."
yeah.
So if Damian Lillard goes somewhere, it's like, okay, you pay me to go away and let me show you something
And with
now.
him being injured, like I think he should take his time. Like he don't
Yeah,
need the money. It's
absolutely.
like the Bucks will be paying him like a game on. He just got $100 million from the
You
Bucks
gotta go back to work right
to sit at
away.
home. Like me, I take my time. I said wait and see. Okay, who's contending? Then like maybe like after the trade deadline, then I sign with one of those teams. That's what I would do. I wouldn't sign with nobody right now at all. I'm just chilling and shit. Yeah.
Hmm.
I was like, I'm gonna sit at home and watch and see who's a
Weighing
contender.
your
Okay, yeah,
options.
okay. Okay, y'all in first play. Okay, y'all got a nice squad. Yeah, I signed like well into like late January, maybe February. Yeah, that's like when I sign with somebody. If I'm in, I just sit back and watch and shit. Yeah, and
I was
then
like, you
work
paid him
rehab,
$100 million
work on my
to
work
go
on the
away.
killer, work on your rehab, and just sit back and watch. That's what I would do,
Hmm.
and then sign with whoever
Get
and
some
shit.
closeness with your family because you know he has kids. So I mean, because likely you're on the road a lot, so spend family time with your kids.
Yeah.
Do that.
DeAndre Ayton
Ease
got
on
bought
in.
out from yeah with Portland bought him out and he's like joining the Lakers now.
Oh,
You saw Ayton, former number 1 overall pick. Yeah, that was a shock. I'm like
hmm.
he got bought, but yeah, he's signing with the Lakers, which they needed a center anyway. Like after the Anthony Davis trade, they had no size and shit.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
hadn't. Yeah.
No size. Like LeBron would probably be playing center a lot on that team. They had like no size and shit after that. Yeah, because they traded AD away, so now they signed yeah Ayton, so he's Laker
And then
bound.
what's up? I saw that he's kind of like,
Yeah. All right,
what do you think they rich?
LeBron is back. He's coming back for his the final year of his contract, so he'll be playing entering his 23rd year, which is unprecedented. Nobody's ever played this many seasons.
Yeah.
A lot has happened in off
Well,
season.
Ron was saying that Savannah was saying that she wants him to retire. It's like, come
I
on,
said, don't
dude,
pull a Tom Brady. I'll
retire.
slide it. As
When your
soon as I
wife starts
slide that,
saying, "Hey,"
like
when your
make
wife starts
here's
saying,
what you
"Hey, come on home."
make this be your retirement tour. This upcoming season, like do that, yeah, go out like the Kobe
Hmm.
slash D Wade, like make this the retirement tour,
Yeah,
and
make
then
this a
just
retirement
and
tour.
retire at the end of 26. Yeah, the 26 season. Yeah,
Hmm.
right, retire there. It's like you don't want to like be like
Because
Brady and lose your family and shit because you want
at
to
this
keep.
point, LeBron, you have nothing to
You're
prove.
a billionaire. LeBron's net worth is like 1.2 billion. He's a
Yeah,
legit
you're a
billionaire.
billionaire. You got
So
your family. You got to play with your son.
yeah, that was big for
That
him.
was
He wanted to play
huge.
with
You got to
Bronny.
play with
Yeah,
your boy.
yeah,
Um, and then your transition, you have your production company. So you have your life already after basketball. You have a
yeah.
production company. I saw him on the Amazon commercial because they've been showing like the Amazon Prime commercial. LeBron's on the
Yeah.
Amazon Prime commercials now.
Yeah, don't lose your family. They'll say,
Like you
yeah,
have you have other things
because you
going on,
can't
so
let
you
it
don't
go.
have
So,
to.
because you can't let this shit go.
If you
Don't
have
lose it.
nothing else to prove, like you've broken like so many records, you have
Yeah,
nothing else to
almost.
prove
Yeah, like you like got so many like all time records.
except for assists and steals because nobody's catching Stockton.
Yeah,
Except for that, that's the only thing that's and obviously 3-point shot because Steph Curry's still playing. You're not going to beat that.
and this season you break the record for like most season played, like in your 23rd season. It's like yeah, so you broke
Hmm.
that record even. It's like yeah. So just yeah, had a retirement tour, make the this upcoming season the LeBron James retirement tour,
Hmm.
and then just hang it up. Yeah, you got Luca on the
Go out and
Lakers. The
blaze your
Lakers already
glory.
got their guy for the future. They got Luca. They gonna build around him. So they got their young
Hmm.
star to build around. So yeah, retirement tour. How about the Lakers? They sold for like 10 billion. As I saw, Like the Bus
I
family is
saw
they
that.
no longer the majority owners, the Bus family. And Dr. Jerry bought them in the 70s. Like they didn't like yeah, way back when.
And
Yeah,
I saw how much he paid for it back then and how much they sold for it. I'm like, yeah, that's a hell of a
yeah.
profit made. I
10
forgot how much
billion.
they
What's
said
the
he paid for it, but it was
I
nowhere
forgot what
near
it
that.
was like in the millions, I know, but they just sold for 10 billion with a B now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe it was like 4 to 10 million, maybe, or something like
Something
that.
like that. Yeah. It was probably
Something in
something.
that realm. But in the 70s, $4 million was a lot of money in the 70s. It was
Mhm.
a lot. But it sold for 10.6 or whatever billion, however much it sold. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa,
I saw
they
that.
cashed out. Hey,
Yeah.
we getting older. Like we're all getting older. So it's like, hey, I
Yeah.
don't have to be majority holder.
Exactly. Yeah. And Jeannie still keeps she's still part of the Laker organization. That's how you do it. You sell and then you still like keep a title. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, you be
Oh,
on the board. You should
yeah,
be
you
on the
still,
board.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's how you do it. So you still part of you still making decisions. You just ain't gotta be
hmm
like the top dog no more and shit. It's like you still
hmm
part of the team and shit. That's how
That's
rich
how
people
business. That's how business is conducted, and not calling people sellouts when they do
exactly. You ain't
business.
hear
I'll
one
just say
person call I ain't hear one person call Jeannie Buss a sellout. I ain't hear one person say that.
that's called a smart business move.
Because only white people are allowed to make smart business moves. You black, you got to go down with the ship and shit.
You sell out.
Yeah, otherwise you'll sell out and shit. Yeah. All
Yeah,
right,
I'm selling out stadiums, bitch.
right. God damn it. One last trade you got to discuss for the Bulls traded Lonzo Ball and shit to Cleveland. I forgot Okoro. Yes, I don't think that's Okoro. Whatever the Bulls, I don't even know what they doing at this point. Who they draft and shit. What's his name again? I forget.
The French guy,
French
S
nigga
S
ninja, as he
S S
said.
Essigway, S
Hold on,
Essigu something. Essigu, I think is how you say it. I'm
I
probably
think that
butchering
is it. Yeah,
him. I'm probably butchering his name
Essengay,
horribly.
Noah Essengay,
Noah, yeah. Okay, I just remember Noah like Joakim Noah. Okay, that's how I connected. Noah. So he's a Noah.
French ninja, as he said.
When you put that in a group chat, I was like, oh my Lord. But I mean, we'll see. Well, can't even watch the damn games because like now they took it off all of the air. So you have to like watch it on the app. And I'm not paying $30 to watch the Bulls on the app. I'm not
I'm
paying
good on the
$30. I'm
Bulls.
not doing that.
I'm good. I catch the highlights on YouTube or the low lights on YouTube or whatever. I catch it on
Or
YouTube.
maybe I'll look and see. I have a lot of streaming services. Maybe something will be offered somewhere. Maybe I can like dig and find something
If
on one
they
of my
have the
streaming.
occasional national game on the TNT, not TNT, on NBC or ESPN
I have Peacock. I do
or
have Peacock.
Peacock, I watch
I have
those games.
Peacock.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah, I have
that's
Peacock.
about it. I watched the occasional national game they had, but decided to
Yeah.
do a little NBA talk. Like I said, once again, congratulations, OKC and 2025 champions. We call that the Paul George finals. how how like let me break that down. How we got there is like how like one trade way back when for like Serge Ibaka traded to or Orlando is what started all of this. They traded. Remember, I'd break it down because like they traded Serge Ibaka to Orlando for Victor Oladipo and Sabonis.
hmm
That's what OKC did back like 10 years ago or something like that. Yeah. So
hmm
then they stayed there for like a year. Then they trade Oladipo and Sabonis to Indiana for Paul George. That
Paul
happened.
George,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
So
And
that's
then
how Oladipo
yeah, that's how
got
he
to
got
and
to
Sabonis.
Indiana. He
Yeah,
came from
okay.
Orlando to OKC to Indiana. So then Kawhi gets ready to want to go to the Clippers. Paul George, he says, I won't come here unless you get me Paul George. So then they trade Paul George to Shea Gilgeous Alexander and his whole suitcase full of picks, which turned out to be a lot of those, a lot of his teammates were like, it came from those picks. So they put the team together because of that Clippers trade, basically. Yeah. So, and they traded one of the picks too, like which they got to the Bulls. They traded Josh Giddey was one of those picks. They traded to get Alex Caruso. So that was the last piece they needed for their championship team. So then flip to
This
the other
reminds me of
side.
the girl.
Yeah, flip to the Indiana side. Yeah, who they traded Sabonis to the Kings for Tyrese Halliburton. So both teams are put together based on that Serge Ibaka trade. Basically, that one trade built both teams.
This reminds me of the girl. I don't know if you've seen the girl on TikTok that starts with the bobby pin. She eventually trades it for like a car. Like she just keeps on
Yeah,
trading up and up and up. But she starts
that's
like a
what
bobby
happened with
pin,
this. Yeah,
and she's able to go from a bobby pin to getting a car. I saw one where she got a house after like 18 months, but she traded to get a house.
yeah.
I'm starting with the bobby pin. It's like that.
It's like that. I'm into that level of NBA. Like follow, I like following the trades. It's like yeah, like see like what became what is like I'm into like that. Yeah, I think you backtrack how like you take some random trade from like 15 years ago and they be like okay that's how we ended up getting such and such.
That's how we end up with the person
Yeah. Like so that's how it happened. Like the Serge Ibaka trade way back turned into like both teams like built their rosters
benefiting.
based on that
Both
one
both
trade.
teams be in the finals.
Yeah, based on that one trade. It's like
Good job. Both teams end up in the
yeah.
finals.
But yeah, that's it for me. I'm wrapping
Thank
up.
you, Paul George.
Yeah, Paul George. He goes way back. Yeah. Not another damn podcast, episode 419. We'll do it for that one. Definitely appreciate you supporting us. You want to support us further, you know what to do. Give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. Talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, YouTube, your Amazon Alexa devices, and you can follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, TikTok, and X. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well.
And you can check me out, MSIMA8626 on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Also, SCR8G7 on Instagram. Also, at the page, check out straightgully.com for your blogs
StraightGullyProductions.com. Okay. Well, I'm Ozman the Wizard.
and night eat.
And we will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.